What's going on, everybody? My name is Ice Cold Joe. I play Call of Duty. It's been a long time since I last uploaded. Don't shoot, I've been really busy with a lot of stuff that I'm going to talk about in this video. So I first and foremost, I want to apologize for not having uploaded, but I do want to talk about why I haven't uploaded in the process. So we're gonna go over a few things. You guys have seen my face for the first time. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen my face before, but this is the first time I'm doing this through a camera that I've already had. But first, I want to talk about like why I haven't been uploading. So the primary reason, the current state of COD right now is not good. I haven't really been playing COD, if I'm being honest with you. Um, I just haven't been having any fun. I didn't even buy a Black Ops 7. This is not the first time that I've done something like this where I just don't play COD, period, and I don't buy the latest COD. The one before that I just chose not to play was Modern Warfare 2 2022. There's a video where I kind of talk about that that you might have seen because that's my most popular video on the channel. Yeah, the current state of COD, it's not something that I'm looking forward to playing, if I'm being honest with you. Black Ops 7 was not even supposed to happen. Black Ops 7 was supposed to be uh, Black Ops 6's second year, and all of that stuff was supposed to be free. Activision being Activision, they just wanted a quick cash grab, and you know what? I'm not willing to uh, pay for something like that, knowing that they lied and knowing that this isn't the first time they've done something like this. Modern Warfare 2 2022, when that came out, Modern Warfare 3 was supposed to be Modern Warfare 2's second year. They chose to make their second year a full game, and I like the game for sure. I think it played way better than it did Modern Warfare 2, but that still doesn't deny the fact that they lied, and they said, even though they said that they were gonna make that sort of expansion for year two, they said it was gonna be free. Like I said, Activision is the one running things, so they just want they just want your money, and I just wasn't willing to participate in that. But that's reason number one. And we're getting Modern Warfare 4, and I'm kind of in the middle about it. I understand. Infinity Ward. They're trying to change a lot of things, not make it to where they made their mistake from Modern Warfare 2, knowing how bad that game became. But I'm kind of in the middle. I'm trying to be open and not try to be too pessimistic about COD. So that's reason number one. As to why I just wasn't motivated to play the game. The second reason is um, I've been working at a job. I was working at a job um, for almost 3 years, and I met a lot of new people, made some friends here and there, and that kind of kept up a lot of my time. And there's times where I was stressed here and there, dramas here and there. As far as like my time there, I was really grateful. But that's also like as to why I was so caught up with some of the stuff at my job that I never really got a chance to upload anything. um but I don't want to make excuses. This is not an excuse video, this is an update video. So that's reason number two. Number three is I was dealing with a couple of lawsuits that I filed, towards a couple different people. I don't really want to, dive into it, um, you know, at all, if I'm being honest with you. But that kept up a lot of my time. That kept me away from the game. That kept me away from uploading. So that's reason number three. And the last reason, which is one of the most important reasons, is I moved. I used to live in LA. I was born and raised in Los Angeles. Los Angeles will always have a place in my heart, but you know, it's too expensive, and there's a lot of stuff that was going on that I really wasn't happy with. So the first thought of moving came a couple years ago. I think probably when COVID started. So that's 2019, something like that, 2018, 2019. And I had a conversation with a buddy about it, talking about, moving and doing this content creation stuff. But currently, I don't live with my family right now. And, I still keep in contact with them. But this is a solo trip. Currently, right now, I live in Texas. So I'm really happy. I've never really had a setup like this, if I'm being honest with you. Never really had privacy, if I'm being honest with you. I'm not complaining. I'm just giving a reality. In order for my content, at least me personally, to take it up to the next level, I needed my own place. I needed my own room. For the longest, I've had to share a room, you know, with one of my family members, and making content was really hard. You don't really have any privacy. My setup was is in my own living room, so privacy was really a thing. But that didn't really stop me, and I was putting out content here and there. Like I said, to really take it up to the next level, I had to do something like this, and I've been here for almost 3 weeks, and I'm more happy than I've ever been. I've never really had this much freedom. I'm not, like I said, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that if we're talking strictly content creation, I've never really had this sort of environment before, and it's amazing. This is the first time I've ever had anything like this, and I'm really excited, for the future now. To see what the future holds, and I have plans for the future. Plans that I want to talk to you guys about. My last video that I uploaded, it was about gaming, and from now on, it'll still be about gaming. I still want this channel to be gaming at its core, and because of the current state of COD that it's in, you know, I want to branch off and, start to play some other games from now on. Games that I grew up playing, and some of you may not, some of those games you guys may not even know. But I also want to play games that you guys have played, or that I've never played, and I want to, showcase and show that to you guys. So, um, that's gonna be real cool. This is something, like I said, something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I'm excited for that sort of stuff. I have like a list of games that I want to check out or I want to revisit and just upload it on my channel. Call of Duty, will always have a place in my heart, but with its current state, I'm really hoping that we can kind of get back to some sort of normal of what COD used to be like. I'm just tired of having to pay. I don't even think $60 anymore, $70 for mediocre CODs, knowing what we used to have. The sort of longevity that Call of Duty used to have, and we don't have that anymore. So, and I'm not having fun. So, I think branching off and playing other video games from now on, I think that's better for me, better for the channel. I'm more excited for that sort of those sort of videos, I would say. The other thing was uh, I want to start streaming now, and I never really thought that I would stream ever. If I'm being honest with you, I never really saw like I never really had that sort of interest, to stream. I've changed my outlook on it a little bit. I see, why some people like to watch streams, and I used to watch people stream too, but never to like. I never wanted to do it myself, but um, I feel like if I share that sort of experience, either games that I've played before or games that I've never played before, um, kind of showcasing that and showing other people, I feel like that's going to be a really cool experience. So I have a couple of videos that I want to upload first. And after I upload those videos, I think that's when I'm going to start streaming. And with those streams, I'm going to make videos on. I can't control, how you guys might think about that sort of stuff, but me personally, I'm really happy about that. I'm excited, you know, for that stuff, creating those videos and starting to stream. So because of this camera that I have now, you guys are gonna get to know me more on a personal level. If you guys have seen my videos, you guys have gotten like a taste of what my personality is like. And now with this camera and with streaming, you guys are gonna get to know me more on a personal level. If you've watched those videos, you guys know that I like to laugh. I like to make other people laugh. And um, I'm not one to get so caught up and get so easily offended on a people's sense of humor, because everyone's sense of humor is different. I feel like nowadays, you know, people are so afraid to speak and laugh about things because they're so afraid of offending people. And I've never really grew up like that. I don't want to get offended, so easily, and I don't want you guys to get offended so easily. And if I do offend you guys, like, it's a risk that I'm willing to take. Because the real world, if I'm being honest with you, is probably worse. I feel like we as people, we got to understand that just people are different, Not everyone is going to be the same from where you come from. There's people from all different sort of backgrounds, and not everyone has, like, I could care less about a safe space, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I do want to get personal. Um, but as far as offending people, like, I could care less. I care more about keeping it real, a sense of humor that isn't like I'm walking on eggshells. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, people are afraid to say anything nowadays because they're afraid of offending people and getting canceled, and that's just not the world I live in. We got to stop being so sensitive. I like to keep it real. I like to laugh here and there. um, and if I offend you in the process, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Like, this channel ain't for you. I care more about honesty than your own feelings, I would say. So personality wise, that's kind of where I sit at. And if you guys are a fan of that, then I welcome you. This is what I've always wanted to do. And I care more about making an impact, on people. I don't want to shy away so much from my personality, because I know my personality, from the conversations that I've had with people, for the people that really want to hear, I made an impact on some of those people. And now with this channel, I get to do that on a bigger scale. So that's awesome. This whole thing, it just kind of feels like a dream because I've never had that sort of opportunity. This is my passion, guys. I finally get the opportunity to do stuff like this. Uh, Probably not full time right now because I'm still settling in here in Texas, and I'm trying to get a job. And in order for me to really do this full time, I have to be successful. But you got to start somewhere. You know what I mean? So is that really all I have to say? Okay, okay. This is take 3. I'm gonna wrap this video up how I usually wrap up my videos. I know it's been a long time, but let's do it. This is Ice Cold Joe. I want you guys to keep it real all the time, and I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.